It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bengals and the Dolphins. Coming up next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to face a third down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cohen. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jerome Baker coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep the hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. Calhoun.
Let's go, bro.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On first down, Calhoun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Dolphins. Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll set up to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Carlos Basham. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, man open. That's Jamar Chase, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Burrow setting up to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at about the 28. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll run on first down. Calhoun finding room inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. Calhoun, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. On 2nd and very short, Burrow got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now it's Burrow. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now Joe Mixon. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The kick by McManus is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard.
7 yards, the pickup there.
On 2nd down now, Calhoun, and he gets it down to the 32.
word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open, Gronkowski. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Gronkowski, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Burrow out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for Cincinnati.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Burrow now off the bootleg. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Carlos Basham able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, he finds his man, complete. That's Hicks. Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. And McManus able to put it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of...
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Bengals set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Back to throw again. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 2. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is Shepard on the catch. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll set up a throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it is the Chargers out in front as those two creep towards halftime. Justin Herbert with a touchdown pass. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. A.J. Brown, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Trey Lance with a couple of touchdown passes. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taking in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now back to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. Maybe
anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
On third down, Burrow. That is caught by Cohen. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here we go. Ready?
From midfield now, Burrow. And this will be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Burrow looking to pass. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
On 1st down, Calhoun. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. From the gun, he'll hand this off. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Robinson. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
53 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now Burrow on first down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now Burrow. The throw taken in by Sims. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Akeem Hicks with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Miami set to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Calhoun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's going to keep this again. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. They'll run on 1st down. Calhoun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From the 6. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Jordan in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow, he'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. Now Bengals on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Cameron Jordan in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141 and a half. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just about on his own goal line. That's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 70 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave them with a long 3rd and 13. They'll go option to the short side. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. Give him an even gain of 10, but now it's 4th down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 1st down. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. A final shot now for Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last